Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir, for that lovely intro. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 431 of the show. And today is St. Patty's Day, so happy St. Patty's Day to all your lads and lasses out there. And we're going to have a little bit of fun today, because right now we're going to talk about what's going on in Impact. On the next episode, we're going to play some Bullseye. So let's get right to it. Well, this is what happened on Impact last night, the 16th. PCO survives getting hit by the car Eddie Edwards rode in, but who was driving the car? Maybe we'll find out that answer. Meanwhile, a tag team matchup to start it off. Mike Bailey and Jonathan Gresham went up against Crazy Steve and Black Taurus, known as DK, and with great teamwork, Bailey and Gresham did win the match. More on those two gentlemen later. Meanwhile, GM Miller interviewed Josh Alexander, the Impact World Champion, Frank Kazarian, and Rich Swann. He said, "Hey, we got the Bullet Club, but look at the chemistry. Look at all the championships we have here. We don't have the chemistry, but we'll get there, and we'll probably show the Bullet Club because they have a six-man tag up against the Bullet Club. That will be the team of the new Impact World Tag Team Champions, Chris Bay and Ace Austin, along with the New Japan Strong Heavyweight Open Weight Champion, and that would be none other than Kenta, formerly known as Hideo Itami in the WWE at one point." And then Steve Macklin interrupts all three men and say, "Hey, these guys are not a threat to you? Hey, wait, who says we're not a threat?" And then all of a sudden, Josh Alexander says, "Keep talking, keep talking." So, Josh Alexander. Did I say Josh Matthews by accident? So, then after the commercial, Gia Miller interviewed Giselle Shaw, Jay Vidal, and Savannah Evans, which Giselle Shaw says, "I would have had the title if it had not been for Deonna Purrazzo." So we'll get in the match at Sacrifice. Then Zicky Dice and Johnny Swinger interrupted all three of them again. And interrupted people, and they say, "Hey, Daddy, Johnny Swinger's a hilarious dude. Hey, Daddy, what's going on? And how about this? Will we get this guy involved? He doesn't have to take any bumps. Is he in the ring?" And then Giselle Shaw says, "Does that idiot know you're a wrestler?" I was like, oh boy. I think Johnny Swinger's going to be in for it now. So, anyways, Steve Macklin went one-on-one with Heath, and with the KIA, Steve Macklin did defeat Heath in that matchup. And the Death Dolls, as you know, obviously, judging from, if you watch AEW Dynamite, that they'll be their last time together as a team, because Taya Valkyrie, as of this time, has signed on with AEW, but here's the kicker. But they were talking about, if they defeat the Coven, Kayla Wilde cannot use her witchiness anymore. So, Jessica Havoc was excited about Magic, but then Taya Valkyrie, it's like, what if she finds out? So it's like they've been at odds. So about over Jessica, she can become Havoc or what? So. And then PCO continues walking the streets of Vegas looking for Eddie Edwards, screaming Eddie. Okay. So there's that. But then Gresham and Bailey, in fact, Bailey was about to pack up and go for the night and to call it a night. And then Gresham was, "Hey, listen, you're a great team. You're a great opponent and all." And then Mike Bailey had an idea. He said, "Listen, Sacrifice, you and I go at it again. Think about it." And so Jonathan Gresham was, "Okay." So that match has been made. All right, Johnny Swinger went one-on-one with Jay Vidal, and during the match, it was so funny. While Jay Vidal was like impressing everybody with his drop kicks and all, Johnny Swinger looks at Zicky Dice. "Oh, you said this kid don't work, don't know how to work." "I had no idea." Oh, dude, that was so funny. Anyways, Jay Vidal was distracted by Zicky Dice Johnny Swinger was getting distracted by Zicky Dice getting involved in the matchup, and then Zicky Dice got ejected. And then Giselle Shaw and Evans got involved. They get ejected. And while that was going on, Deonna Purrazzo came out to blindside Giselle Shaw. And then officials and security and referees had to separate from the whole that. But then Jay Vidal took advantage of the situation, pinned Johnny Swain, and Jay Vidal wins one of his first matches in TNA Impact. And then the design addresses Callahan. And about step 6, Callahan confronts him about it, and then he says, that's punishment? When you're willing to take step 6, I'll do whatever it takes. That's the right answer. So, PCO still looking for Eddie Edwards. Let me tell you, it's gonna be crazy. But then, Mickey James talked to Tommy Dreamer. Says he was informed by Santino there's a mixed tag match with Bully Ray and Masha. Masha sent me, I don't know about this. And then she says, I got a matchup against Jordan Grace and all. So Jordan Grace did interrupt. Mickey James says, if you're not careful, you're going to tap out again. So, a little warning. Eddie Edwards comes to the ring to address his status on Impact mentally, where his head's at, and then he thought the whole thing with PCO was over. Does that idiot know and realize that PCO is going after him? And then all of a sudden he says it's all done, and the lights go wild, thunder and lightning rumble. Here comes PCO. As PCO was entering, he got blindsided by somebody. It was Kenny King, formerly of Honor No More. So, and then both men start attacking PCO. PCO fights back, and then afterwards, Kenny King and Eddie Edwards took over. I'm starting to think that Kenny King was the guy that drove the car that hit PCO. So there's that. But then, at the commercial break, the former Vladimir Kozlov, he doesn't go by that name, probably Oleg Prudius, I think that's his real name, just gave Santino Marella a hug and said, we're here in Vegas. And I think if he signed on with Impact, that's going to be a huge get for Impact Wrestling. Oleg Prudius, formerly known as Vladimir Kozlov. And then Dirty Dan goes, is that who I think? Yeah. It's not like my name. You can't say his name. And then Joe Hendry comes out, say his name, and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. They both clap at the same time. You go, you know what? I want my revenge, so I'll give Brian Myers his rematch. And then Santino goes, you got it. It's official sacrifice. But about this next week, you two, and he goes, Dirty Dangle goes, I'll watch it back if you want to. He goes, what? Because he's a big fan of this stuff. About you two against Moose and Myers. Okay. He's like, and they're both talking. He just likes it. Dude, Dirty Dangle likes to dance, and you got Joe Hendry doing his music thing. So the Knockouts Tag Team Titles Online Death Dolls, that will be the team of Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie to go up against the Coven. That would be Taylor Wilde and Kylan King. And we have new tag team champions, obviously. The Coven defeat the Death Dolls. That's why Taya Valkyrie is leaving Impact to go to AEW. Then the 6-man tag, the main event, Josh Alexander, Frankie Kazarian, and Rich Swann to go up against the Bullet Club. And the Bullet Club's teamwork made the dream work, because the Bullet Club did defeat Josh Alexander, Frankie Kazarian, Rich Swann in that 6-man tag team match. Tonight is SmackDown and NXT Level Up. I'll report to you guys from that. And also, AEW Rampage will be on a later time. I believe 11:30, as they say. So yeah, 11:30 because of the NCAA tournament. So they should have aired it earlier, though, my personal opinion. But that's okay. They probably had a lot of basketball matches and figured, 11:30 would be perfect. So we'll see what happens. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's all the time we have on the show. Episode 431 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Next episode, some Bullseye. Fearless Friday or Friday if you're getting paid like I just did today. So that will be the case. So I'll see you guys on the next episode. And until that next episode rolls around, Mr. Announcer, please take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production. And in association with A sweet bowl for raving dingleberries, telepictures, and distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.